It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford. 173 centimeters tall, weight 63.5 kilos with a reach of 188 centimeters. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford. 5'7" tall, tipping the scales at 140 pounds bang on with a reach of 47 inches.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids.
And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Terrence. The fans are ready, and the time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. These two were made for each other. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Couldn't get out of the way of that uppercut. Insane action. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You're better than that, kid. Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good. Get your rhythm back.
And there's the bell to start round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
That uppercut does not score. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's bombs away. these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, if you think this is too easy, if they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe, just get your lead. Come on.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Blocks the left uppercut. Beautiful counter shot. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Caution being thrown to the wind. A straight right just misses. Did you see that? Crawford's legs are all over the place. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Shot from the gun.
1, 2, 3.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering... Here we go to the 4th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers.
Oh my God, Johnny! Crawford in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. And they figure out the combination to this save.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good defense with that left jab. Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As bad bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Nice round, good round.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Terrence Crawford and down goes Crawford. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your breath.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Lucky that hook didn't score. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
You're smart when you go out there. Just take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe when you step it. Great work. I love that. I love that.
This is the beginning of round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Oh, wait a minute! Crawford is dazed! Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Right hook just missed. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Great round, great round. Now relax. Just get him. Come on, you're switching off. You got complacent. This fight's not over. Beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Very back. And nail him back in.
Round 7, here we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Got out of the way of that right hook. His jab just got blocked. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow-mo.
1, 2, 3, 4, come to me.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
You'd like to see more jabs. Both men step back for just a moment. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. That'll be a 10-8 round. Round 8, and we're off again. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more act. Did you see that? Crawford may be ready to go down. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't want to go tit for... Hold that thought! Crawford is dazed. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash.
Just wanna find and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford, weighing in at 140 pounds. He's 5'7" tall with a reach of 74 inches. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
Todd, this is well anticipated. I'm so looking forward to this tear-up. These two are really up for it. You know what? Nobody believes.
And here he is, Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska,
Expectation. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Which fighter will say no mas? He just split the guard with another uppercut. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
That hook just can't find the target. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. That uppercut scored big time. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in. And there's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going... Whoa, wait a minute! Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice stop, but that won't score. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Oh, my word, Canelo just got clipped. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match? There's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just misses with that uppercut. There's a counter shot. He threw the hook, didn't land. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the score. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
how much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That left hook is blocked. Lucky that hook didn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Smart when you go out there. Just take one word, that's it.
Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath out.
You got complacent. The fight's not over.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Now you've let him back into it. Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Let's go out there. Let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round.
Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what...
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
And there's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Back into the fight. You're much better.
And there's the bell for round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Just missing with the right uppercut. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet. And they're back at it again here in round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Good arm positioning, blocking that hook. Crawford in trouble. Great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.